Hey guys, Vashani Giddings here, founder of Rekindle Love. So I found this video on TikTok, and basically, what the lady she was asking for women to do is stitch a video underneath her video speaking about their healthy relationship. As you look around the world, you'll see most people are complaining about the relationship. It's toxic, or there's cheating, or some crazy drama. So let's watch this video together and yeah, see what these women are talking about.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
My man, he love me. I am definitely in a healthy relationship with a black man. He has single-handedly destroyed every thought I had about men. If I call him, he's answering. It's no such thing as a second ring. Last year, when I developed like some of the worst anxiety, he was there every step of the way. It doesn't matter if he was at work. It doesn't matter if he was with his family. He's running to me. And cheating, I got the phone codes. I got the codes to his iPad. I got the codes to his laptop. I got the codes to his desktop. He even pays the rent. The only thing he wants from me is to develop my company and to sit in my feminine energy, and I accept it. He's always willing to learn. He always is willing to communicate, and I'm just so grateful. And I want y'all to stop lying about these black men, because there are good ones.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
Okay, so I am not one to come on social media and give any relationship advice because you just never know what people are going through behind closed doors. So when it comes to like relationship advice and whatnot on social media, I always take it with a grain of salt, you know. But when I saw this video, I couldn't help myself but to share my story. I hope me by sharing my story will inspire some young lady to never settle for anything and anybody. I met my husband during one of the most darkest time in my life. I moved to Seattle after calling off a wedding. So 4 weeks before my wedding, I find out at the time that my partner was cheating on me and got his coworker pregnant. And when I found out, I actually found out this through Skype at the time when Skype was a thing. And I remember calling my mom and I'm like, hey, the wedding is off. Tell your people everything is off. And instead of the community rallying around me, I remember the ladies in the community questioning me like, why would you want to call off a wedding? All men cheat. You know, this man is like helping you with school. At the time, I was going to school to become a dentist, and my ex was helping me financially with school. And I was just like, wait, they're more concerned about that than actual my well-being, like, you know, for the future, you know? And now looking back and doing a lot of work with myself, they did not know any better, you know? But I used those people in my life as an example of what I didn't want to have for my future. I knew I deserved better, but I did not know what that looked like. Until now, I know what I wanted. But I moved to Seattle, and I just wanted to be somewhere where nobody knew my name or knew anything about me, and just wanted to start my life over. I met my husband, Michael, and I remember him and I being friends. And I'm like, man, whoever's going to marry this man is going to be one blessed woman, because just the way he is, like all the qualities of a partner, he got it. Like, he got it. At the time, I did not know that it was actually going to be me. Me and Mike and I ended up being friends. He ended up dating somebody else, and that relationship did not work out. And I'm glad Mikey and I's relationship did not go the way it did in the beginning. Because if him and I would have dated when we met, it would have never worked out. Mikey needed to have his heart broken because he has never had his heart broken until that relationship happened in his life. So now, you know, he's more understanding of how people can be very evil. So for me, when him and I reunited, I knew he was my person. I think at the time we both knew we were meant for each other. But I remember early on in our relationship when we started dating, and I was at work and I was getting ready to move out of my old apartment into a new apartment. And he texts me, he's like, hey, I'm at your house. I, brought my truck. I'm going to help you move when you get off work. But when I got off work, I found out that he already packed up my apartment, moved everything into my new place, cleaned up my apartment, and turned in the keys for me. I knew I was going to be so silly if I let this man go. And it's just like little things that he does for me. And I don't know, it just makes me so happy, like a little girl, like get butterflies and whatnot. And I never saw any healthy relationship growing up. And just the way he communicates with me, the way he loves me, the way he respects me, just the way he worships the ground I walk on. If you meet my husband, Michael, you have basically met me. Like, the way he talks about me, you would think that I am the queen of the universe. Like, there's nobody else exists like me. It's just the way he talks life into me. I remember I was working a job that I really absolutely did not like. And I came home one night. Not one night. I came home in the morning early and I was like, hey, I quit my job. And he's like, okay, girl, what are you going to do next? And I was like, I want to open up my clothing boutique because he knew this is something I've always wanted to do. And he's like, okay, let's do it. And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, let's do it. I kid you not, the next day, him and I went down the street, got some little cheap racks, went to Ross and got some mirrors. And these racks and mirrors was silver. And he knows that I love gold. So we spray painted them gold like the whole entire night. He found a chandelier on Craigslist from some old lady who's like 101, and she was going to a nursing home, and that chandelier has been in her family for years. And she met my husband and she's like, you know what? You deserve this. And she gave him an extra one for free because she just loved him so much. And this man came back, put it in my store before we even opened. Put it in my store, and we had the door wide open, and some ladies came in while we were fixing up the place. And they're like, are you guys open? And we're like, no. In my head, I'm like, no. And Mikey over there putting the chandelier, he's like, yeah, how can I help you? And literally like used some divider to have a fitting room for them. And they bought like $700 worth of stuff. And he's like, well, I guess you're open. There you go. And it's just like the way he speaks life into me, making me feel like I can conquer any and everything in this life. Okay? Like, me and him come from totally different backgrounds. Of course, we're also different race. And I remember early on in our relationship, finding out that some of his family members does not agree with our relationship. And he looked at me and he said, you're my family. Whatever these people say, don't ever let that get to your head, because you're my family and I would do any and everything to make sure that you're protected and taken care of. And to this day, Mikey and I have been married for almost 8 years. I believe it. The way this man makes me feel, it's out of this world. God forbid something ever happened in this life, I can truly say that I have experienced true, genuine love. That unconditioned doesn't come with some consequences or some hidden agendas. It's just pure love. The way he loves me, the way he loves my siblings, the way he loves my mom. Like, we have been through so much together in our relationship. I remember when my sister passed and the way he handled the whole situation of making sure my sister had a very beautiful funeral and send off, and it's just I can't put it into this. I can't put it into words, and I hope and pray that one day you guys can also get to experience true, genuine love from somebody that just loves you for who you are. And I'm not gonna cry on Beyonce's internet, okay? But I just had to share little bits of my story because it's, when I look back on my life and the relationship I've been through, I'm glad I went through all the stuff that I went through to be where I am at. Mikey is my person. I can lose everything in this world, and if I have this man besides me, I can conquer anything. I can regain everything and more with him, because this man, that's the homie. That's my person. That is my person, and I'm forever grateful. I can talk on and on and on about him, but I just had to share this with you guys.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about?
I'm in a healthy relationship with the black man of my dreams. He is kind, he is enterprising, he is generous, he is faithful. And most importantly, he is my very best friend, period. Successful relationships can be described as just that. That's your boring best friend. The key to staying in a healthy relationship is find someone that likes you. Not the show you put on, not the part that you use to attract other people, but someone who genuinely likes you. Someone who you can sit on the floor with, crisscross applesauce, laugh until your eyes are tearing up, and have that same person also be the person to console you during your very worst days. I think in the beginning of a relationship, we really prioritize romance and courtship and dating and vacations and flashiness. But the best, most long-sustaining relationships, the most long-term relationships that I know, are people that have wonderful companionship. Their partner's reliable, they're loyal, they're supportive. I am my partner's comfort, I am my partner's peace, I am my partner's #1 fan, and vice versa.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck in the algorithm.
Hi friend, someone tagged me in this video and I wanted to stitch it and share a little love with you. You don't know me, but my name is Keisha. I'm 38. I live in New York City, and I have used this TikTok account to document my dating journey since 2020. And a lot of people have watched me go from very single and believing in love to falling in love. And in July, I got engaged to the love of my life. I was single for a very long time before I met my fiance. This is my first serious relationship ever. This is also the first time I've ever been in love. And now I'm getting married. So it can absolutely be done. I know it's frustrating when you're constantly seeing dating content that is so negative and discouraging, and you want to know, are people actually in healthy relationships? And I want to let you know that yes, there are actually a lot of us who are in loving, amazing, healthy relationships with amazing men, because they are out there. My fiance is my romantic best friend, because obviously I have my best friend, but he is my best friend. We love spending time together. We really enjoy being in each other's company. And when I tell you, I feel so loved, so appreciated by this man. It's like I walk in the room and I can just feel and sense how much this person loves me. He is also my biggest support system. I'm an actress. I live in New York City. I audition a lot and whatnot. And when we first started dating, he didn't know anything really about acting, but he would tell me, he would look up. I wanted to know, like, what is it like when you have to self-tape an audition? He went through the rabbit hole and he looked up things because he truly wanted to know how he could be there for me as a partner, supporting me in my career. And just those little things that they do, those men are out there when they see you and they want to make sure that you feel safe, you feel respected, you feel loved. They're out there. I share my best dating tips from the perspective of somebody who was in the dating scene for a long time and wanted to give up on love. And so glad I didn't, because then I found my person and it was 1000% worth it. I truly hope to inspire as many women as possible to never give up on love. If you are a hopeless romantic, please hold on to that, because there are people out there that will match that energy and will be that for you. I truly love love. I'm a sap. I love it. I want everybody to find their person. And I made a video recently because someone was looking for Black female content creators that do positive dating content. And I am that person, at least one of the few on here. And there's a handful of them that are really good. But please come to this side of TikTok. I have playlists on how to manifest your partner. I have my dating update playlist if you want to see the progression from when my fiance and I started dating, even before that, leading up to that. I truly just want to help as many people as possible because love is amazing. And when you find it, it is so special. So please don't give up. I see you. I hear you. You're amazing. And you are a beautiful woman. And I know that you are going to find your person in the most perfect time because I know everything unfolded for me in the perfect time in my life. And it is going to do the same for you. So please don't give up. And please X out of all those videos that have negative dating content because we do not need to be putting that energy into the world. And here's us at our engagement party. You can find love.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
So my relationship with my husband is the most healthy relationship I've ever seen in my life between a man and a woman in a romantic relationship. Growing up, I did not have any examples. So I'm like super proud of our growth and our maturity, especially considering the fact that our marriage is still very new. We've been married for almost 3 years now. When I tell you this man is my best friend and my number one supporter, like, if I tell him that I want to do something, he is going to be rooting for me through and through. He financially invests in my endeavors, in my ideas, in my dreams, and he just speaks so much life, and he's always affirming me in any possible way that he can. He is very reliable, like the most reliable person that I know. If he tells me he's going to do something, I never have to question it. He's going to show up for me time and time again. And I was just having a conversation with him, and we were talking about how, you know, when you're in a healthy relationship and you have a healthy partner, someone that is really there for you, you both win. You're both the prize. And I'm just so grateful for him and the impact and influence he's had on my life, because our relationship, our marriage, our friendship has genuinely helped me grow. And I feel really lucky to have him. And some other qualities that I want to really highlight about our marriage is the fact that we've created such a safe space within our relationship. Like, we are constantly talking to one another in a way that makes us feel heard, seen, understood, and validated. And because we have such a safe space, we talk about everything. We talk about our deepest thoughts and dreams, and I just feel so comfortable with him. And I think because we have created such a safe space, it's helped us both grow as individuals. And, you know, the trust is just real. It's really, really there. And I felt like it was important for me to stitch this video because as a Black woman, you know, I could imagine that it feels exhausting to be on social media and see so much toxicity between men and women, especially Black men and women, like seeing the gender wars. But I just wanted to share because I wanted to encourage any woman that good men still exist. There are reliable men out there. There are trustworthy, honest men of character. And, you know, don't lose all hope and all faith. And I empathize that it may be difficult to find those men, but they absolutely do exist. And the man that you need, the man that you want and desire and deserve, he is out there for you. So just keep the hope.
That is really cool. And the cool thing about it is, you know, there are many people who went through hard relationship. There are many people who are still against relationship. However, as my aim is mostly for the younger generation. I don't want our generation to come up and believe in that relationship are always horrible or toxic or nothing good comes from relationship, you know. We don't see much influencers influencing these young women and young men that there can be healthy relationship. There are good men and women out there, and relationship can last, relationship can be successful, and relationship can be happy. And so this is my purpose here. For me personally, I've been married 3 years, and for the most part, my relationship has been good. It has been healthy. And usually I don't speak about it and I don't show off certain things because, as I said before, many people, their relationship are not so good. So, I don't want to come off as I'm bragging or I'm boasting. I'm a stay-at-home mom and wife. I don't work because I don't have to. It's a choice. I'm an author. I've written 5 books. I have a few small businesses. I have an online store. And yeah, my husband gave me that choice. I don't have to work if I don't have to work. And we work perfectly as a team. When he gets home, his meal is cooked, the house is clean. For me personally, I have his bank card. I have my bank card. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna splurge and use all the money. He know who he married, and we're a teammate. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm living a very soft life compared to many. My aim is mostly Caribbean woman, majority Caribbean woman. Even myself, before I got married, I had to be the in my masculine era. I had to fight for myself. I had to work. I had to take care of bills and still clean and still do all these things. So I was in my masculine era. I didn't get a chance to be my feminine self. So when I just got married, it was a bit hard being feminine. I still worked. I still come home and I was like, hey, if I'm working and I come home, when we're cleaning, you got to do this and I do this. I'm not going to go out and work and come back home and still have to do everything, you know. And he was willing. We split the work outside and we split the work at home. And know that I'm home and I'm not working. He fully work and I fully take care of the home. That means cooking, cleaning, washing, taking care of my son. He helps when he gets home. He has his time with his son and stuff like that. And I think we work perfectly fine. And yeah, I for the most part, I can say that I am in a happy and healthy relationship. He gives me support. He supports me in everything that I do. If I said, hey, I want to do this, he's all for it. Like a couple months back, I held an event and I had a few hiccups that I had to make a few runs. And he was like, it's okay, babe. Just go and make the runs. And when I got back from the runs and I reached the event, everything was set up perfectly. I was like, what? So he supports me in everything I do. Um, he he's my biggest support, and that's the greatest thing ever. Coming out of different toxic relationship, I had a lot of insecurities, I had a lot of trust issues, and he kept reassuring me, made it, gave me a safe space to unwind and to breathe and to relax and to not worry. My fingerprint is his password to his phone, and all these things. So I'm here to let women know, especially Caribbean women, that hey, good men exist. And I'm living in Antigua. You know, they have this saying that Antiguan men cheat. He wasn't born here, but he was brought up in Antigua. And I think the most important part of his being that I love so much is that he made Jesus, or he makes Jesus the foundation of our home and our household. And I think that's the most important part. Most women, when they go out there, they're looking for looks, they're looking for what he has and all these things, and not looking at his morals, his character, what's his foundation. Because if a man is just there wandering earth with nobody ahead of him, no ruler, nobody to answer to, then he's going to do whatever he wants. But if you find a man who knows that he has to answer to God, then he's going to respect you, he's going to treat you right, he's going to treat you like Christ treats the church. And this is the most important, that was the most important thing for me. Even when I was out there doing my own thing, I knew that when I get married someday, I have to find a man who believes in God, who goes to church, who has certain morals. It's not about the looks, it's not about the hype, it's not about all these things. All these things are good. It's nice for a short space of time, but over time it won't matter. So I'm here to tell you, young girls, that hey, good men exist. Hey, happy relationship can be real. It exists. Women are out there having the time of their life, living a soft life, being able to submerge into their feminine energy, so yeah, don't give up. Don't ever give up on love.
Please comment below if you are in a healthy relationship. Also, please subscribe for more motivational and cool videos like this.